Hello, I'm John Bachman. As you just heard Steve mention, a lawyer for Eric Garner's family says the grand jury will not indict that police officer linked to the chokehold death of the Staten Island man. Officer Danielle Pantaleo was investigated after placing Gardner in a chokehold during a bust for selling loose, untaxed cigarettes this summer. Earlier today, NYPD Police Commissioner Bill Bratton says his department has been prepping just in case there are any Ferguson-style protests as a result of this grand jury decision. Meanwhile, former NBA star and broadcaster Charles Barkley says many of those Ferguson demonstrators are just wrong, at least about one thing.
The notion that white cops are out there just killing black people, that's ridiculous. It's just flat out ridiculous. And I challenge any black person to try to make that point.
Barkley also told CNN that he does support the Rams players who protested Brown's death by holding their hands up as they walked out for their game on Sunday, because Barkley says that was a peaceful protest. And the next Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell meeting with President Obama at the White House as we speak. On the agenda, Senator McConnell and President Obama will discuss funding the government. This meeting will be the first one-on-one meeting since the GOP seized control of the Senate in the midterm elections. McConnell and Obama have both mentioned holding these talks over a glass of bourbon, but no confirmation from the White House if any adult beverages will be served during the meeting this afternoon. Also today, Honda announcing that it's going to expand a nationwide recall of all cars with those Takata airbags. But the head of the Japanese airbag company, who testified on Capitol Hill today, told Congress that a nationwide recall isn't necessary. Takata's airbags are blamed for at least 5 deaths. They are also responsible for injuring a number of other people after they exploded with too much force, sending shrapnel into drivers' faces. Now in Knoxville, Tennessee, officials have closed 2 schools whose buses were involved in a deadly accident yesterday afternoon. 2 elementary school students and 1 adult were killed when one bus made a sharp left turn across the highway median and ran into the other bus. More than 24 others, almost all of them kids, have also been injured. They were checked out at local hospitals. And Secretary of State John Kerry not offering up too much info about reports that Iran launched an airstrike against ISIS with U.S.-made F-4 Phantom fighter jets. But Kerry does say the U.S. had nothing to do with it.
Nothing has changed in our fundamental policy of not coordinating our military activity or other activities at this moment with Iranians. We're not doing that.
Also last month, it was revealed that President Obama may have sent secret letters to Iran's supreme leader, the Ayatollah, asking for help in the fight against ISIS. And some confusion today about the identity of that woman caught in Lebanon and whether she's really the wife of the leader of ISIS. Officials there say they still believe she is one of the wives of Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi, but Iraq's interior minister now says that the Lebanese have it wrong. They say the woman caught in Lebanon was actually the wife of a man convicted of bombings in southern Iraq. And we'll have another update coming up for you in 30 minutes. Now back to the Steve Malzberg Show live from New York.